Scorpio. Thank you for clicking on my channel and welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia. This is your August Tarot Companion forecast. The astrology half you'll find in a link in the description below for your planets, strengths, and opportunities. The cards have been pre-shuffled to save time. The overall energy that will affect all the cards laid out is the King of Fire. We have the Three of Air and the World card. Two of Water, Queen of Air, Queen of Earth. At the heart of your reading is the Call and the Hermit, the Judgment Call. Seven of Air, the Hierophant, Page of Air, Patience, and the Six of Water. Okay, this looks like a bit of a bummer here. There's some pain involved in ending a cycle, a truth uncovered, or being able to see through, to see reality for what it is. It's sometimes unpleasant, isn't it? But it does look like there's been some type of deception that is being necessitates facing in order to end a cycle. Here we see you like psychologically, spiritually, psychologically rising above the pain into that safe place of yours. Scorpio, the escape artist, having to make a judgment call, wanting to see the optimism behind this calling out. And this looks like, Scorpio, when you're making this judgment call, it's like the announcement is made, the decision is made, and then you run and hide. Not necessarily hide, but you're just removing yourself from whatever the deception is, whatever the non-reality is. We have a soulmate here. So is this actually you and a soulmate withdrawing from the world? Sorting out your own issues to have that contentment, that place of safety in the arms of Mother Earth. Are you being spied on in August? Someone returned from the past? Now, if this is about, I do a separate love reading for August for you, but I'm going to touch on if this is about a partner, a love interest, someone from the past returning that wants to work things out with you, but it means facing a deception or someone coming clean. There may be a bit of stubbornness in bringing this to the forefront. A little bit of pain involved, almost like, you know, when someone has to come clean and tell the truth, it's painful. But the worry for you, Scorpio, is that if you don't, that the outcome, well, it's necessary. It feels like in your heart of hearts, you know this is necessary to face whatever darkness this is. Now, the King of Fire that is overseeing this energy is someone who is loyal and faithful, who reciprocates, is willing to toe the line or pick up the slack when, you know, you're needing that extra oomph. So this kind of makes me want to go back to what I said a little bit earlier. Is this you and someone, a soulmate that's just stepping out of the big picture or stepping out of the way? I mean, globally, there's a lot of high emotion. There's a lot happening in the world. We're in the peak. We've entered the peak of the big ugly globally. So it affects us all individually. So is this you and a soulmate saying, look, it's pretty ugly and it's pretty painful, but this old world is dying. It's ending. We need to choose a path forward. So let's look at this logically with wisdom. This is approachable energy. You saying you're open to discussion, but you have the ability, that wisdom to see what, and Scorpios have that gift of intuition where they can see if a project or an idea is actually going to work or not. And they can be very scrupulous in the details of that blueprint. So with the hooded man, this is left brain, logical thinking. And it's something that there's no laziness to this whatsoever. This is about getting it done. Getting it done for the sake of love, passion, devotion to a cause. And this left brain working through the logic of what is happening around you. The 9 of Arrows. This is nightmare stuff. You're worried about the suffering. Is there going to be much suffering in taking a sidestep on a route that you've been on? Is this going to be painful if we change things too much? Is everything going to fall around me? I'm getting the feeling or energies of that childlike fear of something new, abundance. So this new path that you are choosing, it seems to matter little, Scorpio, as to what path that's going to be that you choose. It's all going to lead to abundance. You've already laid the groundwork of your future path, your journey. Naturally, there's going to be worries. Scorpio is imaginative, creative. You may be doing things that have never been tried before. Is it going to work? Is it the right thing? But whatever path you choose, there's abundance here. There is victory. There's also admiration. People or person looking up to you, admiring you, saying, gee, Scorpio, I don't know how you got the knack to do that, but you've got a knack. Queen of Arrows. Now, this is the exact same energy as this, and it's falling on your soulmate's card. So perhaps both you and this person are bringing a lot of wisdom to the table. It would almost seem to me that you're on board, on the same plateau or level. Transition. This is moving to those calmer waters. This is coming to a settling of how things are going to proceed forward for you personally, whether that's business, love, or health, or this is a peaceful transition for you. So why is the worry? Is Scorpio overthinking? Overthinking what's going on around you? Your path is already lit. You see how the light is around you. Now, it would seem that the pole star is lighting your way, and in a spiritual sense it is. But that light that is lighting the way on this part of your journey, you are emitting, and it's landing on the Queen of Earth. Therefore, this is about knowing where those hidden treasures were stashed in order to bring you to a place of rest and stability, nourishment. And this would seem nourishment from both the earth level and the spiritual realms. The light from above shining through you. This judgment call is all right, it's like going back to scratch. Judgment call. Wait a minute. Maybe this is about, let's stick with the original plan. Let's go with tradition. Checking the morality chart or graph. Is there morality in this judgment? What value does this judgment bring? And you've had a lot of time to think about this judgment because you have the Hermit cards here, where you've done a lot of left brain navigating. Earth energy, stable. Again, another Earth card. There is an opportunity coming towards you. It may be a matter of, at this point, you know exactly what that opportunity is, but you have to wait until Thursday kind of energy here. You know when it's coming in. Not today, but, you know, next Thursday. I'm just picking Thursday out of a hat for a metaphor. Maybe this is like, this is coming, but for now, I need a little space. Scorpios do that often. I need space. I need to be... You so eloquently go to the dark side and do your shadow work. The seer. Seeing through deception. Looking at it from a higher realm. And this feels to me, Scorpio, like even though there's deception here, there is this energy of, it's understandable why there was deception. It's understandable, excusable, forgivable, and possibly lesson learned to transition into this wise energy between you and another. Knight of Bows. Now the soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. That could be a friend, a family member, a partner in business. Like I said, I love reading for this, as well as the astrology, where the planets are and what the challenges. And it would be interesting to see what the astrology says with this reading in mind, to see where those dots connect. We'll clarify more of this, Scorpio, so do check that out. That'll be in the link below, below the video. Now, Knight of Bows, this looks like the trickster, doesn't it? Again, rising above it. What this is doing, actually, Scorpio, as far as any of this deception that was showing up early in the reading, this looks like blowing away all the obstacles. It really does. This looks like you're blowing out all the obstacles from this judgment call. Rest. So this Hermit energy that you go through, this phase in August with the Hermit energy, is that you? Is that another person? This is showing healing, spiritual rest, and it's almost like well, it's not almost like, it really feels like stepping back, because there's nothing you can do to see. Here's the pain or the betrayal or the fear of everything going south in a bad way, but someone's needing to step back. Is that you or another? but you're being watched. So even if you are stepping back and doing your shadow work, doing a little mulling through that left brain logic to come to a wise where you're sitting at, there is this rest period for the spirit, and this is healing. This can be also a physical healing if some of you are dealing with someone who is ill, and all you can do is watch and, do what you can spiritually, praying or whatever to help them through, hold their hand, helping them heal, putting their mind at ease. Six of Vessels, a reunion. So this is past energy returning. This truly looks now, Scorpio, like you are returning to tradition, returning to what works, returning to what you know. Yet there is that taste of the new because of this new path that you will be going forward on. Doesn't matter which path you take now. You've had a good taste of it all to finish that cycle. So this is Sagittarius energy. It says patience, but it also is about angelic help. Source feeding the right brain. If this is to do with the other person, they're willing to work with you, work things out. Reunion, if you're separated or one of you had to step back to do a little bit of growing and healing on your own. And the Green Man. Very protective earth energy, and it's making me pull back to this one, the Earth Mum, the Earth Mother. Matriarchal energy. Now we have this overseeing battle to protect. And maybe battle is the wrong word. But you are surely being fed here by something of a higher power. Thus, why the hermits are showing up, because that comes from the right side of the brain and gives that light to the left side for the hermit to navigate. So something is going on here. And with communication, it's like let's look here. Transition. Seeing through any deception. Protecting what was already built. Reunion. Even if that reunion is reunited with who you are. But whether this is a lover, a friend, or a finance, there's some type of reunion taking place. One that feels ancient. This energy just feels ancient. Blowing obstacles out of the water here. So whatever started in fear of pain, and isn't it funny, Scorpio, I started this reading saying it looked a little dismal, didn't it? It isn't now. Whatever this dismal thing is that you felt you had to face, there's some alchemical changes going on here. This feels like right at the DNA level. Some leveling up for you. This new cycle. And this new world that is emerging, because we're seeing actually two worlds emerging. One that's really creepy, and one that is so freeing that it's just, I could not even begin to tell you what that looks like. That is coming and cannot be stopped. But it is incredible energy. Difficult times knowing which is the right path. But whichever path you choose now, Scorpio, You're on your way. And there's some deep, deep spiritual stuff going on here. Let's have a specific question for love, or a message or advice for Scorpio for love. But like I said, look up if it hasn't been published yet. It will be soon. The forecast for love for Scorpio, and of course the astrology pages that go with it, I think you might enjoy. What is the message for Scorpio in the month of August regarding love, or advice for Scorpio, month of August? Express yourself, express your love. That's what it looks like is happening here, isn't it? Coming to an understanding. It's almost like, you know, hey, looking at someone you care about, understanding that they've got faults because you understand your own faults. That's what that feels like to me. Almost like giving someone redemption, or an understanding of themselves that doesn't necessarily have to be deceptive, but facing it, seeing it. High Priestess energy. This could be the one. You've already met, so is this the one from the past? Very soon, decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So very soon, I usually ignore this part of the card. What I see is what shouts out. This energy that's going on, very soon. This is going to happen very soon. Like, you can get up tomorrow morning and expect that this is going to be in play. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are being guided to take. Enjoy that moment, Scorpio, when you are in that hermit mode, doing your shadow work. Nobody does it better than you do. The transition that's coming from that. This is very powerful, powerful energy. Some healing taking place. Obstacles being removed. Is this redemption? Very interesting. For those of you who subscribed to my channel, God bless you. And for those of you who haven't, please do. And I hope to see you again really soon. God bless. Bye-bye for now.